right, everyone. Welcome to Foreign Blood, Not Foreign Lies. Granny she's doing blood work. She got surgeries coming up. I got a lot going on medically. I'm okay. Nobody worried about me. It's just what we got to do when we get older. Um, I got a message for Pete, or for whoever else is in this mindset. It's crazy that this lady's even offering mindset classes. Pete, your mindset is all off. I don't even know where to start with this conversation. Pete, your life is the way it is because of decisions you made, because of children you had, and a man you laid up with. Everything you got going on is because of a decision you made. Now, I'm going to give you an example. I had a baby at 15. So I could say, hey, it's my mom's fault that I didn't do this, I didn't do this, I didn't do this because she didn't babysit. Let's start right there. It's not my mother's job to do anything. My mother is my mother. My mother isn't my child's mother. My mother didn't birth my child. My mother didn't decide to have that child. I had that child. So therefore, I'm responsible for everything to do with that child. If my mother and father chose to help, that's what they chose to do. If they chose not to help, that's what they chose, because they are not obligated to take care of anything I made, I created, I did. Now, if they provide the basics, the housing, the food, the diapers, which are the important things, so be it. But everything else is not mandatory. That ain't even mandatory. They don't, once again, our parents don't have to do what we think they have to do. So young ladies, when you fall short on rent, or your car is broke down, or you need money for daycare, we're not obligated to pay for it. Let that be a life lesson, that you've created situations that you're not ready to take care of as a grown woman. Because when you have to reach out for help, you ain't doing something right. And everybody needs help from time to time. But when you can't get yourself in order with all these resources out there, that's what's so crazy, Peaches. Before you got put on by YouTube, you're telling everybody about all these resources. Well, you had the same resources. So why didn't they work for you? Why were you in a place where you didn't have a car? You didn't have the basics, Peach. You didn't have the basics. If you were working, if you were whatever, there was income tax, there was all that. So you had opportunities to make moves. And I'm not saying power moves, but you had opportunities to do things to better life for yourself. And I'm wondering why you didn't do it. Because you had enough children, once again, that those income tax checks should have been decent. So I'm just wondering how you got to the point where somebody had to buy you a car. So was you not working? I'm just trying to figure out how this, if you was working, where'd your money go? If you was living in Section 8, what was you doing with your money? I'm just trying to make it all make sense. There's something called self-accountability. We have to be accountable for every action we do. This is something you learn in life. What am I going to do? Am I going to blame everybody? What do you think? I was forced into the streets, and I was not no prostitute. Do not get it twisted. Granny was not no prostitute. Was I forced into the streets? No, I chose the streets for a financial reason. Everything I did, I chose. Nobody forced me to do anything. And there's reasons why I chose. And once again, Granny's no longer living that life. Let me duly throw that in the air. There's reasons I chose what I chose. Multiple reasons. For one, I didn't want to lay up with men. For two, I had a mentally handicapped child. That I had a different schedule. I couldn't do what the other women could do. But make a long story short, whatever decision it is, or things that happen in my life, is because of decisions I made. There were always other alternatives, and I just chose not to take those other alternatives. Who's to say whose decision's right, what alternatives are right? Who's to say? Because everybody's life is different. But I'm going to tell you, everything that has happened in my life or will happen in the future is because of something I've done or chose to do. So these are the repercussions of the life I've chose. If it's having a child, or getting married, or whatever problem, employment, whatever problem, is because of decisions I made somewhere in my life. I cannot blame others. Yeah, when I was young, same thing, Peach. I used to blame everybody. Oh, my mom won't watch my kids. Oh, this and this, this and this and this and this. Then I realized at one point, my mom ain't got to do shit. My mom ain't got to do nothing but live in her house and be the woman she is. My mom ain't got to do nothing. So that's why I'm telling you. Me and my mother, I have the same relationship with my mother, but it's worse. It's worse. But you know how I handle it? Me and my mother don't talk. See, that's what I'm telling you, Pete. You're not the only one going through this. Me and my mother don't talk. I'm not going to bash her. I'm not going to discredit her. I'm not going to do none of that. Because whatever happened, it took two to get there. Not just one. It took two people to get there. And who's to say right or wrong, rhyme or reason, whatever, it took two. In any relationship, friendship or love, it takes two to get to despise. Sometimes there's other reasons, whatever. Every scenario is different. But once again, what am I going to do? Am I going to dwell on it? Am I going to bash my mom to hell and back? Why am I going to do that? Why? What am I accomplishing by doing that? What am I accomplishing? No, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take self-accountability of my life. My life. Forget the decisions. I'm taking self-accountability. Well, I did many, many years ago. I'm taking self-accountability for my life, what I created, what I brought into it, what I took out of it. It's my situations. I'm going to handle it. I'm going to fix it. I'm not going to complain because these are all issues I created. Now put that in your mindset class. How's anybody going to a mindset class for a girl whose mindset ain't even right? I'm just putting it out there. Good morning, y'all.